So here's how to know that that spark in that relationship or that marriage is no longer there. Number one, you don't appeal to each other anymore. Yes, what makes you guys have fun together, that butterflies in the tummy is no longer there. Even when the person cracks a joke, you don't find it funny anymore. Even to the tiniest jokes the person cracked before, you always laugh into it. But nowadays, you don't find their jokes funny. You find it very dry. You don't even want to be in that person's space. They don't want to be in your space. So that is a clue that the spark in your relationship or your marriage is no longer there. Number two, there is constant quarrels and fight. Yes, every relationship, every marriage faces one conflict or the other every now and then. But when it becomes something constant, when it becomes an everyday argument, everyday fight, and you do not seem to resolve this fight, you do not seem to know how to resolve this conflict, then you should know that the spark in that relationship or that your marriage is no longer there. It has gone. So number three, the communication is no longer superb. You don't communicate effectively anymore. You don't even know how best to communicate with yourselves anymore. When you speak, you're not being heard. When he speaks, you're not being heard. Or you misunderstand each other a whole lot. There is this difference between the two of you all the time, and you don't seem to know what the problem is. So number four, you both are no longer intimate. You both are no longer intimate. The sex is zero. The intimacy is zero. The affection you both show to each other is now zero. You both are on a zero level. You both are no longer intimate because, as I said the first time, you don't appeal to one another anymore. And the last point that is very rampant, that is very good, but you might not know that is the cause, is you are lonely even when married, or you are lonely even in that relationship. When you begin to feel lonely and you're a married person, when you begin to feel lonely and you're in a relationship about to get married, then you should know that that spark in that relationship, that marriage, is no longer there. Because as a married person, you're not supposed to feel lonely. There are times for you to be alone. There is a difference between being alone and staying lonely. So the moment you begin to feel lonely, know that the spark in that your marriage is already gone. All right, so what do I advise to people like this? I advise you to seek professional help. Seek professional help. If you do not know one, you can send a DM to me. You can reach out to me. I'll be more than willing to help you out in that your relationship, in that your marriage. All right, so do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel for you to get more tips, more videos on relationship, on self discovery, and on marriages. Come, have a blessed day, guys.